Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Have Them Homestead. Today we're going to fix a common problem on the Ford van's third brake light. This guy right here. I'm dressed in red because it's a brake light. Get it? And yes, I have two faces. Just in case I turn around, you can still see me. Water comes down, water leaks in, water drips inside. That's bad. So follow along, check it out. And I have a leak. I had a good downpour the other day at the deer lease and water came running down right here. I have two possibilities. The brake light lens is leaking. Water comes down in here and it was dripping out right here, out of this hole. Alright, so here we go. We're going to take these two screws out and the whole assembly is going to come out. Another common issue on these is these holes. If you take this in and out too much, it gets blown out. This is just a fiberglass with a piece of wood in the back. So we're going to make a little piece of metal to go in the back. We'll screw it on to hold that screw so it stops falling out. Remove the brake assembly from the light, just a quarter turn, comes right out. Gets out of the way. Now you can order a new one of these if you like, but this is a foam seal. And we'll put foam on this. So here's the new one in the box. This is what it looks like. It's exactly the same, but it has this on the inside. This on the normal van's flat roof like so is the interior, actually goes like this, the interior dome light. We don't use this piece, so we can take this off and only use this. But you see that foam? I was hoping it was a rubber seal. So I have foam tape we're just going to use and reuse this, and I'll send this back. We're going to start by fixing those holes that are in the van that don't have any grip anymore for the screws by taking this piece of aluminum. We're just going to cut off a strip about 1.5 inches wide. We're going to drill two holes in the structure of the actual van. We're going to countersink them and put these screws in to hold the metal in order so our brake light will seal and stay on. And no, this is not the right piece of equipment to do this. You can now see it's thin snips. Easier and faster. To start with, we're going to take some isopropyl alcohol and a rag and we're going to clean off the seal surface area here. You can see some cracks in this finish. This is fiberglass, and right behind is just a small piece of wood that outlines this area to hold the brake light. Take our piece of aluminum, we're going to put it inside to make sure it's long enough and wide enough. And we're going to mark the two holes that we're going to drill. With our 1.125", or excuse me, our 1/8 inch drill bit. That'd be a big, big drill. So those are all the way through. We're not going to drill our metal plate because our metal plate is going to have sheet metal screws that we're going to countersink these guys right here to hold. We'll do the same with the other side. Now I go to the store and I can purchase a big beautiful countersink, but I'm going to use what I have laying around. This is just a drill bit. All we're going to do is we're going to hog this out a little bit just to accept the recess of this screw. So you want to be careful not to go too deep. We're also going to glue this in when we put it in, so I want to make sure it's at least flush or maybe just a little bit below. Like that. Let's do the other ones. We want to make sure it's over far enough to cover that hole, which mine goes to about here, so that's good. High enough and low enough that we capture both of our screws. Put your piece of metal inside. Mark the hole. So there's 2 indentations. Now we're going to drill it with a really small drill bit, just to get this size to pilot through. Make sure you mark this up and in or out, whichever you choose, to make sure that there are holes in the same spot when you go back in. To make sure that it'll hold tight, and then we'll mark our other screw, the middle one. It's going to grab. You're going to make sure the lower hole is close. Don't smoke it down yet. Take your other screw, finish that hole too. There we go. Then we're going to take our attachment screw, which in this case is this ugly screw, but it's what they had in there, and we'll pilot the hole. We'll do the same thing. We'll take it out. And we'll pilot drill the other hole with a 1/16 like I did the other ones. Might even be a 32nd drill bit. See the mark the attachment screw made? Make sure you mark this left and right as well. Pre-drilled, ready to go in. Rinse and repeat for the other side. Up, outboard, left. Now that both of our plates are drilled, we're going to install them. We're going to put sealant inside the hole and on top of the screw after we install the screw and tighten this down. Same with this other side. Then we can focus on the foam ring. Lost one of my eyes. I washed my hands. So this is just an all-purpose caulk that we're going to put around the hole here to make sure that it gets sealed when it goes in, because we don't want water leaking through those holes. Got our 2 plates. It's our right one. We're going to start them both before we smoke anything down. That way we don't have to drill a new hole in the bottom. These don't have to be incredibly super tight. You want that metal piece just to not move. And then we'll take our finger just smooth over the top of it. And that's installed. Rinse and repeat for the other side. Now that both those are installed, let's go back inside. Let's go back inside and let's work on the foam padding for the brake lens. So now we're going to scrape off. Now we're going to scrape off the old seal. I have some foam tape here that we'll use to replace this stuff. A pair of scissors to cut it with. You can either use a metal scraper or a plastic scraper. Watch your thumb. And notice how it comes down and goes around the screw hole. So they don't actually cover up that screw hole. So if you look on this end here, it's installed like this. The water should drain down. Now we'll put a little dab of sealant in there when we install it, just to make sure that that hole's good. We don't want water getting in there. So it should come off pretty easy because it's pretty brittle. Remember, don't stab your hand. You end up looking like me. Now the seal's all the way off. Let's take a little acetone. Be careful. Clean that up a little bit. Acetone will melt plastic, so be careful. You can also use isopropyl alcohol. Clean off the rest of that seal. At least clean this off a little bit so the foam tape will stick better. When you're cleaning it, make sure you wear some chemical resistant gloves with either acetone or isopropyl alcohol. Now, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfectly clean. I'm more concerned with the edges myself than the inside here. And once you soften this glue up with the acetone a little bit, it'll probably come right off with a scraper. Now that I got my face back on, we're going to cut strips to go all the way across the top here, because on my van, this is the top. So cut your strips. You want them long, of course, to go all the way across. Alright, so for the top, we're going to see how far it goes over, right? It only needs to be about 3/4 of the thickness. So we're going to cut up a little bit. I'm going to go in and up. Just enough. And then we'll cut this section off. I may need to trim a little bit more. Maybe not. That's going to fit real good. Now when you pull this stuff off, the foam will try to stretch. Try not to stretch the foam too much, because it'll shrink over time and it won't seal anymore. I will link all the stuff I use in the description below so you can get this parts and product if you need it. So finish up the sides. Remember when we took it off, it had foam all inside here, there, and all over here. The only place that wasn't covered with foam was right here. And then down the bottom. Rinse and repeat. We're getting there. I got one more piece to put across here and then the bottom strip. So there you have it, foam all around, like brand new, except for the outside. So let's go put this sucker in. Alright, so now we're going to install the light. Remember, they're just quarter turns. This, I guess Ford was short on wire this week. So we're going to put the easy one in first. Remember, just quarter turns. Pop in, slip over, it's in. There you have it. Job well done, sealed, won't leak. Here are all the tools we used in today's project. We had some gloves, we had a drill, sealant, don't forget your marker, piece of aluminum over there, some tin snips, screwdriver, a couple scrapers, razor blade, scissors, and some rags. Of course, the acetone to clean everything up, or isopropyl alcohol, whichever you prefer. Do not pour that back into the bottle. That's a no-no. If you have any questions, comments, comment below. Again, I'll put all the tools down below. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Have them out.